none other than America's Got Talent Season 6 winner, Landau Eugene Murphy Jr. Thank you for being here today, Landau.
I appreciate it, man.
Okay, so when did you first take a liking to music and singing?
I guess as a little kid, I grew up on Michael Jackson. So I was a dancer before I even really started using my voice. Just making up dance routines to Michael Jackson songs with my sisters and brothers in the living room. And by the time I was, I guess, 9, 10 years old, I started singing, but it was just to myself. I was always shy. I didn't want to sing in front of anybody. So I put my headphones on and walk to the corner store and stuff like that. And a lot of people would stop me and, ask me questions. I'd take my headphones off huh? And they're like, hey, you can actually sing. What are you doing? And I'm just like, hey. But I was shy about it, and, and a lot of it was from, Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You remember how they had, the singing rooster, would come out and sing to the chickens as Bing Crosby, stuff like that. That's how I got into the whole Frank Sinatra thing, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So your audition, you sang "I've Got You Under My Skin" by Frank Sinatra. Was Frank Sinatra your inspiration growing up, or was it somebody else?
Many of them. My biggest inspiration, I think, was Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, the Temptations. I grew up in a Motown house, but I also grew up in West Virginia, so I listened to Cyndi Lauper. I listened to Bryan Adams, the Oak Ridge Boys, just about everybody, and I never discriminated against any of them. I listened to Duran Duran. I mean, that was one of my favorite groups.
So obviously on the show, you mentioned that you were homeless at 19. So looking back at that experience and where you are now, would you say that kind of made you stronger and helped groom you into what you are now?
Oh, it definitely did, and I like to take my hat off to the people who are homeless that I used to just sit around and talk to. Some of the older cats. I mean, they would just tell me, ways of just being a man and standing up and not letting yourself fall all the way to the ground. I was at rock bottom, but my homelessness wasn't because I didn't have anywhere to go. It was all because of pride. I had a sister. I could have came home to my mom. Could have did all of those things, but I just wanted to figure it out for myself and just see, what can I make, out of my own life without, my mom or dad.
Yeah.
And I did that. I had a 64 Cutlass Supreme with swivel seats. Her shifter in it, and you can turn the vinyl to leather. I sleep under a bridge in that car. Kept all my shoes, all my clothes in the car. And I was actually blessed with a lot of talents and a lot of gifts. And so I used to cut hair to make money and keep gas in my car. I'd go to Burger King, get me something to eat. But a lot of times when I wanted to take a shower, I'd go over to my sister's house, or I would go to my friend's house and play Sega Dreamcast with him, all night long, so I didn't have to sleep in the cold or stuff like that. So, I was very witty, in my homelessness.
I respect that a lot, though, because it can be very easy for anyone else to just turn to their family members. But I respect the fact that you wanted to explore things on your own and kind of get on your feet on your own.
Yeah, like you just said, it made me into the person that I am, and I learned to, just appreciate even the smallest things in life, not even the big, finer things in life, but just even the little small things. Just communicate with family and friends, just having a roof over your head, just things like that. Where's your next meal coming from? Stuff like that, And I learned that, even when I was homeless, I would go to McDonald's and stuff like that, and they would charge me for something, but I'm homeless. But now you're famous, and now they want to give you your meal. It's just okay, I got $1 million now. I could buy this. You know that, right? But and then I experienced where it was a lot of places like that was throwing out food, and some of the homeless people, as soon as they would throw it out, it's all wrapped up burgers, Big Macs, everything. They would take it all in a big bag and throw it in the dumpster. And if you went in a dumpster, they would call the police on you. And I was just like, you're throwing it away. But that's a lawsuit on McDonald's behalf if something happens to you, you know what I'm saying? So I had to understand that part of it too. But yeah.
Would you say you were more nervous for your audition performance or the one for the finale?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably the first audition. By the time I got to the finale, I was kind of like set. I was kind of like, okay, this is going to go either way. Either I'm going to come in second or fourth or first. You know, and that's all I thought. The first audition made me nervous because I didn't think that I was actually going to get the audition. I got there like maybe 5:48 in the morning. I didn't get into the building until like 6 p.m. Then I didn't audition. I was the last person to audition besides the brothers because they had the motorcycles, so they put them before me. But on TV, they showed me last. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember Nick Cannon. Yeah.
Even in all of that, it was like I was like the last person to audition. I remember just standing in the green room, like, oh my god, I just wasted my money to come here, and they're not even gonna give me an audition. Then the guy comes and hands me a microphone, one of the producers behind the scene. And so I stuck this gum in my mouth, trying to just calm myself down, start drinking room temperature water. Then Nick Cannon walks out and he speaks to me behind stage like, hey, man, what's going on? I was like, what's up, Nick? And he was like, man, you ready to do your thing? He's like, what are you doing? I was like, it's a surprise. He's like, all right, man, we waiting on you. He went to his dressing room, changed his clothes. And when he walked away, I was just like, I can sit here and talk to Nick Cannon. Like, really? You know what I'm saying? And he was so cool. He's so down to earth, man. Yeah. Like stand-up guy. He was like super nice, man. And then he came back. He had a different outfit on. And then I was supposed to like stop and talk to him before I walked out on stage. But I had already talked to him backstage, so I walked past him and I went out on stage. And then and that's why if you look at the audition, you see me actually coming back and shaking Nick Cannon's hand because he was like, "Hey, you gotta talk to me first." Everybody starts laughing. So it was God's way of kind of breaking the ice. You know what I'm saying? You gotta. I just learned from it all, and it was just a wonderful experience. But yeah, I think the first audition was the most scary.
Right. How difficult was the decision of what song you were going to sing for the finale?
I knew I was going to do my way. I was going to do my way. The only song that I didn't pick was the song that I sung with Patti LaBelle. She actually picked that song, and then I had to learn it in like 15, 30 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, so we never even rehearsed or anything. We walked right out there and did that song.
What were you feeling when Nick Cannon announced that you won?
Oh, it was kind of bittersweet because once you win, you're under a contract for 2 years.
Oh, really? Wow.
So I didn't. I was kind of hoping for second, but to win America's Got Talent, come on, you win $1 million. But I knew from the first audition when I stuck that gum in my pocket, did that first audition, that I changed my life forever. And I never even went there to actually win the show. I had just got robbed before I went on that show. Like somebody took all my clothes, my furniture, everything. So that jacket that I had on, and those jeans and that button-up shirt, I bought some PF flyers when I got to New York for like $35, $40. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have anything, and so it was just like, let's go out here and show the world, the gift that God gave me.
Right. So where did you go from there when the show finished?
After the show, I went to every outlet in America. Like E! News, Good Morning America, everything. I was just on everything, man, like going from one place to another. Fox News, everything. And then it was straight to Capitol Records in California. I always wanted to go there where all the greats sung. I sung in the same room as Dean Martin, Julie Gardner, Nat King Cole, Frank Sinatra. I played in that same room, and we made my CD in a total of 8 days.
Wow.
I actually recorded everything and had it all done in like 2 days. But then you got the production, you got to do the photo shoot and all that. So it took a total of 8 days, and it was out.
Right.
So and then right after that, after doing the album, you go straight to Las Vegas. So I did Vegas for maybe like 2 weeks, I think, and then I just walked away from it. I went on my own and got me some managers, and I've been doing it on my own now for 10 years.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So we see his tough exterior, but what was your relationship like with Piers Morgan?
Oh, Piers Morgan was cool, man. I like it that he's a no nonsense person. Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of those things are scripted. You know what I'm saying? Like when they have to say certain things, and he basically came out of his shell with me. He was just like, "Look, it's people like you that come out of nowhere and make me stick my foot in my mouth. I mean, I have this stuff in front of you that I'm supposed to say, but." He said, I can't even say these things to you because you're like a breath of fresh air. I don't know what took you so long to get here, but thank God you're here. And I'm pretty sure you're going to win this competition, hands down. I'm going to bet my house on it. But they don't show you guys that on TV, and that's cool because it'll be a spoiler then. So, all of those things that he said was phenomenal. He shook my hand, and, he treated me like a real human being. So I really appreciated it.
What's your feelings on hip hop?
Oh, I do a lot of hip hop. I actually went on America's Got Talent as Dooney Tunes. my nickname is Dooney, Doonie, and I had this thing called Dooney Tunes, and it's a face of me, with bugged out eyes and everything, dreads hanging down. And I actually went on there as Dooney Tunes, and Sharon Osbourne was like, "Oh, is that?" Sounds a lot like Looney Tunes. Oh, you Looney. And then she was like, "Well, what's your real name?" And that's when you hear me say Landau Eugene Murphy Jr. And then they found out I was chewing the gum. You know what I'm saying? Because but yeah, I love hip hop. I like hip hop that helps you grow as a person, though. I don't like nonsense hip hop. Like, I don't like hip hop talking about hurting everybody. I like hip hop that's going to make me grow as an individual, as a community, or as a nation, or whatever. I think all the content should be really critiqued, and everybody should understand the value of words. They should understand the position that they're in. The stage that they're on. Hey, you holding this microphone and you're saying all this filth to all these kids. What do you think they're going to grow up as? What is Social Security going to look like for us if they growing up off of all this nonsense? They're not going to care about the old people. They're not going to care about their wives. They're not going to care about their kids. All everybody's caring about right now is fashion, clothes, things like that. I stay away from opinions, But as far as move and a nice beat and I'm all for that. I grew up on Tupac, but listening to Tupac was a lesson. It was like, okay, if Tupac went through this, now I know that I can stay away from it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and even with Snoop Dogg and all of them, all the stuff that they was telling us was basically like a hood story that we see every day.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay, well, now I know how to navigate through this because I listened to the whole Snoop Dogg album or the whole Tupac album, But then you had rappers that I grew up on called Rakim, Eric B. and Rakim, they're just knowledge lyricists, I love stuff like that. But it's also, I like the dance music. I like stuff like that to where you can just kind of let go of all that stuff and just really have fun. So I think hip-hop is a great thing. And you see it's taking over, commercials taking over everything now when they thought it would, So, I mean, I do a lot of hip-hop, too. I got, like, a ton of hip-hop that I do, like, right here. I probably have, like, over 246 songs, that I've done, but no one's ever heard them. And I might actually put out a mixtape or right around the same time as my new album drops.
Wow, that's awesome, man. Looking forward to that. Yeah. So what are some hidden talents of you that some people might not, or most people might not know?
Well, I'm really good at basketball, and I'm not even bragging. I grew up with, like, Chris Webber and the Fab Five and all of that stuff, so, but Also draw. I cut hair. I sing. I dance. I'm pretty good at golf. Just about any other sport. I love doing like skits, plays, comedy. I do all kind of stuff, man. Just a whole lot of, and that was like one of my biggest problems, though, is that I have all of these talents and I didn't know which one God wanted me to use. But at the moment that I got robbed, I knew where I was going. I was like, okay, either I can go retaliate and be bad, or I can take these gifts because now I have nothing to lose.
Right.
I can actually go on TV and just be myself with nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, okay, let's go. Now there's the flame lit up under my rear end, and here I go. You know, so and the crazy part about it is, as soon as that happened, I was so upset. I was crying, and the TV in the room that I was in went to a commercial. It was Howie Mandel. Are you the next winner of America's Got Talent? Do you take headline your own show in Vegas? Are you our next $1 million? And I was like, wow, God, are you speaking to me right now? And so right after that, I went and signed up. I waited for maybe like 2 or 3 weeks for a confirmation email, and then a phone call another 2 weeks later. And then I saved up all my car wash money and went straight to New York and wowed the world.
Wow. So I'm gonna ask you a tough question. What are your top 3 favorite Landau songs of yourself?
Of myself?
Yeah. That you've sang.
That I sing. I have 2 originals on my latest CD titled Landau, and it's a song called This Thing Called Love. And I actually just wrote this song, I freestyled it in my garage, and then when I went to Capitol Records, I actually just, because I went to Capitol Records twice for 2 albums. But for the second album, I went there and I just started singing that song. He was like, what are you singing? I was like, it's a song I just made up in my garage. And they actually put it on my album. And then I have another one called Light Up the Night with Love. And I think it's like a sitcom song. And I can't believe the song is not on TV right now or in some type of sitcom. I'm pretty sure it will be later on in my life. But, you know, those are the 2 songs that I love to sing. And then, you know, I got a lot of hip-hop songs that I love to sing. And I have one called I'm Gone. It's just about the struggle of me, you know, trying to, like, come up and people, like, laughing at me. Family members booing you, coming into the club and booing you, just trying to throw you off your track. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people not supporting it. But then you find all these strangers that really support you. And you just, you know, I took all of that stuff and kind of, like, made it my power. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, I'm about to show you guys what I really can do. And, you know, going on TV and all of that, it all just gave me all that confirmation that I needed. But those are the 3 songs that I really got to do. That's mine.
I love it, man. So how has the coronavirus kind of shifted your adjustments to you know, what you were normally doing?
Well, the crazy part about it is normally when I'm not on tour or on where I'm in the house anyway. I don't really go anywhere because, you know, people always come with drama or they want to, you know, just pick with you all day. You know what I'm saying? Try to tell you what to do. Like, I don't need you to tell me what to do. I already done it. You know, I'm doing it. Like, worry about your life. So I kind of stay to myself anyway. Like, my best friend is my 3-year-old Netflix, my girlfriend, and YouTube videos. You know? So, but the only shift that's happened is that I'm not able to go and, you know, fill up venues and perform on stage for my fans. And that's my biggest love. That's like, I'm married to that. So it's just like right now I'm in a divorce with something that I love so dearly. And so I just can't wait till all of that comes back. And I don't really actually see it coming back until, like, you see, like, NBA and baseball and all this stuff start to happen again. I don't see any entertainers being able to, like, fill up a theater or a venue until that actually happens. Once they start letting, like, basketball players come and, you know, be in the gymnasium with fans and things like that, that's when you're going to start seeing a lot of us back on stage again.
Right. Yeah. So I'm going to wrap it up with, like, the last question. What advice could you give to people who are either struggling or just looking to get into music, like younger people?
For the younger ones, I would say, find you a great mentor, somebody that can guide you in the right direction, because it's a lot of dirty people out here that'll just take your life. They'll sign you to 25 years something or publishing, and they have your publishing for 20 years and you don't even know it. So it's to find a good mentor, somebody that you can trust. Always keep your parents near, and always do something from your heart. Don't do something because somebody told you to do it. Because now you're pretending and you basically become a puppet on the string. And then we see what happens with people that become puppets on the string. They end up losing their mind. They shave their heads off. Shave their heads. They do crazy stuff. I mean, we've seen it in all the stars that we learned to love. They lose their minds in the end because they've been pretending. They've been like doing it for their dad or for their mom or for their uncle or for some, record company. No, you got to do things that make you happy, because at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. Now, for everybody who wants to, that's struggling to do something, just keep going. Because every time you say you can't, that's you automatically lost. You got to just keep pushing through it. You got to lace up your boots, man, and tie a knot at the end of that rope and just keep pulling yourself up, and that's basically what I did in life, And
Just continue what you were saying about the advice.
When I was kids, I would say get a great mentor. Somebody always keep their parents around and always do things from your heart. Because a lot of people are always doing things that other people tell them to do. Then you become a pretender and you're like a puppet on a string, and then you end up losing your mind later on in life because you never, you don't know who you are.
Right.
And for everybody that's, struggling or trying to pull themselves up, I would just say just keep pushing, always believe in yourself, and do everything from your heart. And also, just keep a small circle of people so you don't have too many opinions around you. Always take the criticism for good and bad. Don't just throw it away, and always just pull, lace up your bootstraps, man, and tie a knot at the end of the rope and pull yourself up, man. Just keep on going. And, and that's basically what I did in life, and I'm very, very happy about that decision, I mean, my happiness at the end of the day is what all that matters. It's not HET, it's not NBC, it's not Simon Cowell, it's not none of those. It's all about you, So, I mean, I'm so happy about the decisions that I made throughout that whole thing, and I feel good about it, and at the end of the day, that's what really matters. I also want to give a shout out to AGT, NBC, Fremantle Media, Psycho Entertainment, Simon Cowell, Howie Mandel, Sharon Osbourne, Nick Cannon,
Piers
Morgan, everybody backstage that had anything to do with the show, Evie, Mike Furl, everybody, all the acts that was on the show with me. I mean, I thank them all for just allowing me to be myself. I especially thank NBC and Psycho Entertainment for giving me a platform to show to the world. And it changed my life forever, and I'm forever grateful,
Mm-hmm. Well, I appreciate you giving me your time and attention to come on here today and speak with me. It was a pleasure getting to meet you and speak to you. And you just keep doing what you're doing. I hope you and your family are staying safe during this time.
We are, man. Everybody's social distancing and quarantined. Yeah, man. Thanks a lot.
And take care.
Stay safe. Help.
You too.